Hey, good morning. It's JB Portillo here with the Garden Show. All right, so let's get started. It's been a little bit of a change to the Garden Show. I'm going to introduce my guest here in a minute, but the Benton County Master Gardeners are the main sponsors of this show, and we are excited about that. The Bella Vista Garden Club also does some things, but we're going to be getting all kinds of support from the community soon. But right now, I have a really cool guest for you. This is Kim Pollard.
Hi.
Hi, Kim.
I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for asking me.
Well, does your arm hurt for me twisting it?
Just a little bit.
Hey, Kim, tell me about Kim and then how your association with the Benton County Master Gardeners.
Okay. Well, I have been gardening in my backyard, nothing major, but I use raised beds for the past 6 years, I guess. And I have a group of friends who also garden, and we had a little text group that we called the Garden Gals. And we had decided that we all wanted to do Master Gardeners later, like when we were a little bit older. And one of the gals from our group, it's kind of a sad story, she had cancer, and she had been fighting cancer for 15 years, and she passed away last April. And we decided that we were going to finally do the Master Gardeners in honor of Leslie.
Good.
And so we all did the online class last year, and this is our first year as Master Gardeners. So.
Well, you know, I know that so many people were bragging on you last night. It was really crazy, but fun. You're one of those people that sees something and you do something about it. So that's what I understand.
It's been so fun to volunteer. I've loved everyone that I've met, and there's just so many great projects around Benton County that I've gotten to volunteer with, and
Didn't you harvest this morning before you got here?
This morning we harvested at Helping Hands.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know, everybody, she was telling me that, well, yeah, I can do that because I'm harvesting between 6:30 and blah, and then, yeah, I could do that, and then, oh, I got to go to work at noon. It's like, you always get more out of a busy person. You know what somebody told me the other day?
What's that?
That you can't plant anything in August.
That is just not true.
It isn't true, is it?
Not at all, no.
No, you still can.
You can.
You just there's some things that we're going to talk about today to help everybody get there, right? So so we don't put our shovel away yet, right? Because we're beginning to get, not yet, cooler nights. So fall planting is a really great time for certain things.
Absolutely.
And different veggies and different plants. I understand you are a veggie person. You raise veggies.
I raise mostly veggies, and I would like to learn more about flowers. That's something on the horizon for me, so maybe we can talk about that later. But yeah, I do mostly veggies, and honestly, July, August is when I kind of burn out usually in my garden, because you seem to have a lot more plant disease towards, a lot of pest pressure, and it's so hot,
The watering can be an issue.
Everything seems to start getting a little crunchy. And so I will take an early morning when it's cool, and I'll go out and just clear out my garden of all the things that aren't producing really well, to make some space for stuff so that I can plant again. And sometimes I just need a little break, but yeah, just kind of clean out the garden, and it feels like a fresh start.
Isn't that early morning time really fun?
It's like the only time I enjoy being, well, morning and evening, but morning is the best because the bugs are not horrible yet, and the bees are out pollinating, and the birds are singing. It's my favorite time.
I take my dogs out to go potty.
Oh, yeah.
And we pull weeds
Oh,
while
that's
we're
great
out
time.
there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit now. Northwest Arkansas. You've been around here how many years now?
Since 2001, so
Okay.
a while. Yeah.
So you're used to the rocks and the things that we have to put up with.
Yes.
The frost date, the average frost date, I think, for Northwest Arkansas is. We're going to say this, and then Mother Nature's going to do something else.
She always
does. But
does.
it's usually somewhere between October 20 and the 21st.
Yes.
So there are certain things. We have a window there that we can plant certain things. So tell me, what veggies are you planting at home right now? Or are you planting?
I am.
Okay.
I am planting a little bit at home, and I'll talk about that. I'm starting mostly from seed indoors right now.
Yes.
And then we're planting a little bit at Helping Hands in our garden also. So one of the issues right now is we know that we have that frost date coming in mid-October, mid to late October, and then we're looking at how long does it take for our plants to mature if we're planting them from seed. So we have kind of a small window, but it's so hot outside right now, and the soil is so hot. Like, I took my compost thermometer out to my garden and put it in the beds last night, and it's close to 90 degrees, between 85 and 90.
In the ground?
In the ground. And I have raised beds.
Yeah.
I have raised metal beds. I know I checked this morning down at Helping Hands, and the wooden beds that are lower to the ground, they were a few degrees less than the raised beds, but it's hot. And that's really hot and hard for some seeds to germinate, especially some of the cooler season ones. So what I tend to do is I will start the seeds inside, and I don't do my whole setup like I do in the spring with grow lights and all of that.
Yeah.
I plan out my little flats with whatever seeds I'm growing, like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, the cooler weather stuff, and let them sprout inside in those cooler temperatures, and then I'll start taking them outside.
Yeah.
So,
to harden them off a little.
Yeah,
or
and
to unharden them off, whatever.
I like to get them out into the light as soon as I can, and then I just make sure I keep them watered and keep an eye on them. And if they're getting too hot, I move them to the shade, kind of like that.
Okay.
But,
so where do you have them? Like in a window, or how do you do that with the seeds? What do you do? You're laughing.
I don't keep them inside for very long.
Oh,
so
okay.
As soon as they start sprouting, I generally just have a little spot upstairs, and it's not like super bright or anything. But
Okay.
as soon as they sprout, I take them outside so that they're getting sun.
Okay.
So
what are you growing?
So I'm planting this week, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm planting broccoli, I'm planting cauliflower. I am going to direct sow arugula, and it will sprout even in these horrible temperatures. And I'm planting some romaine inside. And I am going to direct sow carrots. And I think they will germinate. They take a couple of weeks sometimes to germinate. You just have to keep them really, really moist, but they will germinate outside, and they don't want to be started inside. They need to be direct seeded.
You asked them, and that's what they told you?
That's what they said, yes.
Okay.
Beets, I planted some beets, and I'm doing some bunching onions, like green onion type things, and yeah.
So, some of those things you were talking about, the seeds are so fine.
They are so fine.
That how do you try to do spacing as you're planting them, or do you go back and thin them out later?
Both.
Okay.
I have kind of a little cheater thing that I bought from Amazon. I'm sure you could find it from some other provider, probably. But anyway, it's like a big square plastic. I should have brought it. Seed spacer. It's for square foot gardening, if you've heard of that before.
Oh, I have, yes.
So, and I don't totally go by that, but it's helpful for planting. And so then it has a list. It's got different holes in it, and it has a list of different things that you plant in different holes. So like carrots, you'll plant really close together. But
I'm buying one.
it's pretty awesome.
Okay.
So anyway, so I use that for spacing generally. You still always have to thin carrots, which is painful. You hate like cutting off little things. And also when I start in cells, when I always plant 2 seeds in a cell, and then you have to cut one, which is always so sad.
How do I choose?
I know. Whichever one looks happiest, cut the other one. So
no, that is
my
really
system.
cool. You know, another thing I've heard is if you have an old, not for everything, but an old muffin tin
Oh yeah,
that you just imprint it.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, just an old one that you're not using
Yeah, just
anymore.
push it in and you've got your spots. I love that.
You can't do just anything like that.
Right.
Okay, so lettuce, spinach. Do you do spinach?
I do spinach, yes.
And kale?
And kale. So kale, I love kale. I have a great farmer, Jeremy from Prairie Woods Farms, and I usually buy my kale from at the farmer's market. But I do grow kale, and I much prefer to grow it in the fall versus in the spring.
Yes.
The pest pressure is just less. There's these little things called harlequin bugs that
They're pretty.
they are very pretty. They do so much damage.
Yes.
And so I tend to have better luck when I plant kale in the fall. So.
Okay, and so many different kinds of kale. I take the dinosaur kale and actually mix it with my flowers because of the blooms.
Oh, but
because
that
of
looks
the
so pretty.
structure.
Yeah, the structure of it. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
instead of just lines like I had to do as a
Yes.
kid, I mix them.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Okay, and arugula, you said.
I love arugula because you can plant it and 4 weeks later you're harvesting it.
Yeah.
And you can harvest it in the heat, you can harvest it in the cold. Yeah. Love that.
Root crops, we talked about that a little bit. Do you do carrots and beets? Do you turnips?
I've never done turnips, but turnips will sprout in high temperatures. So I've just never really eaten them, and I probably should. So how about you? Have you ever tried turnips?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I grew up on a farm. We
Okay.
raised everything. And turnips I like them straight out of the garden raw.
Oh, wow.
Or you can cook them. They're kind of like parsnips. You
Yeah.
know, they taste a little bit like that.
Yep.
Radishes. Do you do
Radishes, I do radishes, yes.
Do you do regular radishes or do you do the Japanese?
I have never done the big daikon or those. I do regular, I guess, like the little French ones and stuff, but I have seeds for those watermelon radishes because they're so pretty to slice really thin and add to salads, but they get pretty big.
I don't know
So,
those either. I'm gonna have
yeah.
to look that. See, you never know who you're going to talk
I know.
to and what else new things you know what I discovered this year. One of the master gardeners actually gave me a start for that spinach. What's it called?
Yes, the climbing spinach.
Yes,
I planted that for the first time this year too. I'd never heard of it.
I hadn't either.
Yes.
But actually, my mentee, that's actually both in the garden club and master naturalist, gave me a start, and it's pretty.
And it grows through the summer.
It does.
And doesn't bolt because I think it's a tropical plant. And I'm trying to, what's it called? What kind of Malabar?
Yes.
Malabar spinach. It's
Yes.
pretty with red veining and yes, yeah. I'm definitely planting that again.
Do you ever do Asian greens?
Bok choy I have done, and that's about it. But actually, that's not true. Tatsoi. I tried tatsoi one year also.
I don't know what that is. Tell me
So
about it.
it's a really dark green and it grows pretty close to the ground, but it can handle a freeze. So you can plant it now and it'll last through until we get like a really, really hard freeze. You can harvest it. I guess you could probably cover it with with cloth. What's it called?
Yeah.
freeze
Yeah.
cloth, whatever they call that. And you might be able to keep it throughout the whole winter, but I've only ever maybe through December, early January, harvested it.
What do you
and
do with it?
Just add it to salads. You can just
you don't
tear
eat
off.
it by itself. You
I
mix
don't.
it.
I mix it with other things. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's very dark green, and I'm sure so full of all the goodness.
So this Mizuna.
Mizuna. Yeah.
Do you know that?
I think is that like a mustard? I think it's a really strong.
yes.
Yeah. I've never grown it, but I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay. Next time I go to the farmer's market, I'm going to check out because the Asian vendors always have incredibly beautiful things.
They do, and such unique things that I haven't always been exposed to before, which
That's
I love.
right. All right. You said you did herbs.
Yes.
Tell me about herbs.
I love herbs. I use them in my cooking.
Yes.
Because they make such a difference. Plus, they're so healthy. They're almost as healthy as like sprouts that have so much nutrients in such a small little piece. So it's really great to even just add a little bit to salads, to pasta, to whatever you're eating. But I love cilantro.
Yes.
Now,
So it doesn't taste like soap to you?
it doesn't. Do you know what? It's funny. It smells like soap to me, but it doesn't taste like soap. Like I love it.
I don't understand, but some people say I can't eat that because it tastes
It's
like
genetic,
soap.
apparently.
Apparently.
There's something. But I have heard that if you heat it up, or stick it in boiling water for just a second or something, that it takes away the soap taste for the people who think it tastes like soap.
Isn't that wild?
But yeah, it's wild. But I love the herbs, parsley, chives. I grow all of those in the spring. And they kind of my parsley's starting to make a comeback. It kind of got sad during the heat of the summer, but it's starting to make a comeback. But when you let it go to flower,
Yes.
it just draws so many pollinators to your garden. So I love it.
Let's talk. We're going to talk more about it right after the break, but we had the best speaker last night.
Oh my gosh, we so did.
We learned
It was Kayla Crow.
Kayla Crow.
From, what's her?
Olive something
Olive
Farms.
Farms,
I wish
flower grower. I know, I wish I knew the name of her.
But she talked about edible flowers. We'll talk more about that later. But let's really quickly go over the top 10 veggies that you can plant or start from seed or get ready to do. Go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll take a break.
Okay. Lettuce, for sure, and all different kinds of lettuce. Spinach, kale, and we talked, there's so many different kinds of kale. Carrots, direct seed those. Radishes, direct seed those. Beets, direct seed those. Swiss chard, I love Swiss chard. Grows in the winter, grows in the heat of the summer. Love that, and it's so pretty. You can get the rainbow chard with all different colors. Bok choy, turnips, like you had talked about, green onions.
Okay.
So, love it.
Well, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, it looks like we're back. Boy, you know what? I think we need like 3 hours to sit here and talk.
Probably.
Let's quickly talk about what not to start now. Can we do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically your summer crops. So, and we probably have a list here. All the things that you think of as the summer vegetables, if you plant them now, even if you're already planting starts, they're not going to have time to develop fully before the frost hits. So, and they do not survive the frost well. So like your tomatoes, corn, melons, watermelon, cantaloupe, pumpkins, we just, even though it's a fall harvest, we just don't have time at this point to get them in the ground and get them going.
And they take over your yard if you let them.
They do take over your yard.
They grow out of the bed
They
and
sure
into
do.
the yard.
They
Anyway.
do. Yep.
Okay, so that's the rule of thumb then. If it takes more than 80 to 90 days to mature,
Yes.
we don't do
We
that.
don't want that.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, so for sure look at your seed packets and see how many days
Yeah.
to harvest and then count back from, mid-October and make sure you have time.
That's right. That's
So.
good. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about flowers.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not really big on annuals. However, the lady last night
Yes.
talked about some edible flowers that I would never have considered.
Same.
I know. So, for instance, well, there's the usual ones, but viola.
Viola, I never know how you're supposed
I know
to
how
say
to say it
it
either. But my goodness, how pretty and delicate they are. Who
So
knew you could
pretty.
eat them?
Yeah, and she said they're delicious.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And marigolds?
Marigolds. Yeah, she said, and I don't know if she was the picture that she showed, it looked to me like, she said there were lots of different types of marigolds, so I don't know if it was the standard, like, French marigold that I plant next to my tomatoes, or if it
your
was
companion
planting, keep away those hornworms and other stuff. I'm not sure what kind of they were, but she said they're all edible.
Yeah.
So.
And zinnias?
Zinnias. She said
Sunflower? Go
the
ahead.
zinnias. She said the zinnias. She uses them for color, and they are edible, but they are a strong flavor.
Right.
So, yeah.
Sunflowers?
Sunflowers.
I mean, come on.
I
Who
know.
knew? This
We
is
can eat the sunflower seeds. We can eat the sunflower petals. It's amazing.
That's
And how
right.
pretty to have that all over your plate.
That's
you know?
it.
I love it.
So some of the fall plants, again, I'm partial to perennials.
Do you grow chrysanthemum?
Well, when somebody gives you one, or you go and you actually buy one for decoration, then I just put it in my yard.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it keeps
and
blooming.
it comes back every year.
It comes back. So pansies, that was another edible.
Yeah, pansies.
And now that's an annual. I don't
It is.
normally do that, but I might just.
Yeah, just to have some, and they do really well through the cold. So it's
They do.
You probably don't want to plant them quite yet, but plant them once we start getting the cooler nights, and it maybe like September.
Yeah.
And you'll start seeing them in the garden centers.
This calendula,
Calendula, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Do you?
I have some seeds, but I've never planted them, and I want to.
But
so
you can
maybe
eat
next
'em?
year. But you can eat them. Yes, those are pretty orange flowers. And then the snapdragons she was talking about were also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so perennials to plant in August, and boy, I tell you what, my coneflowers are going crazy right now. But if you want to go ahead and get some ready for next year, because it takes a while,
Yeah.
coneflowers, black-eyed Susans are aggressive, but they're really great. They're great to plant, but they're also great. I have a wildlife refuge sort of thing in my
Nice.
because they are actually the seeds. I leave my seed pods on certain
yeah.
things for them. Asters, I love asters,
Oh,
but
they're
they're
so
also
pretty.
aggressive.
Are they aggressive?
Oh my goodness! If you need any, come see me.
Yeah, I might need some.
And
They're so
sedums,
pretty.
any sort of sedums, especially
beautiful.
autumn joy,
Yeah.
they start off to nothing and then they get this big and they have these pretty flowers that come
Yes.
up. So native plants, that's my passion.
Mm-hmm.
Goldenrod. Now everybody gets confused between goldenrod and what's the one that makes you sneeze?
Yeah, I'm highly allergic, and I'm
Yeah.
blanking on them. But it's ragweed. Is it ragweed?
Yes.
Yes.
They're not the same
They're not
thing.
the same.
Mm-mm. Goldenrod is really beautiful, especially in the fall. Ironweed is another good one.
Oh, wow. I want to learn so much more about native plants.
Well,
I
you're
love
going to
this.
join us.
Okay.
Later. Yeah.
I would love to.
Blazing star, of course, are the tall
Yes,
purple.
they're so
and then
pretty.
asters.
Yeah,
Asters
I
are
love
just
those.
gorgeous. Trees and shrubs. Fall is the best time to plant trees and shrubs. You can plant them at other times. Spring's another good time, but
Mm-hmm.
fall gives them a chance to get their roots started and all of that.
And they don't have to face the heat of the summer their first year. They can
Exactly.
get some roots established, and then, yeah.
Especially for the watering, because you
Yes.
need to be sure you do all that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the best time. So, secrets for success would be water consistently, right?
Especially through, I mean, it's just still so hot, and we're expecting like crazy heat at least the next couple weeks that they're forecasting for. So,
But
I mean,
not in the middle of the day.
But no, don't water in the middle of the day. Try to water early, because later in the day, you don't want your leaves to go through the evening wet. So I would say if you can, water in the morning. But of course, if you don't get to it, give them water whenever you can. But try to make it a habit for morning watering. And mulching is so important too. Like I was saying with my thermometer that I was sticking in the beds, it's amazing what a straw mulch will do for the temperature of the soil. Like it's definitely lower if you mulch.
So you use straw mulch
I usually use straw mulch in the winter. When I put my beds
to
to
bed.
bed, my beds to bed, I use leaf clipping, or I like shred the leaves.
Leaf litter?
Leaf litter. I shred those, and I pick them up with my little vacuum bag thingy that shreds them, and I dump them in my beds. And that's so good for your soil.
It is.
So I do both. Yeah, but the mulch definitely lowers the temperature.
Do you ever do cover crops?
I have done cover crops before, and I might do that this year. When you're doing, it's tricky because I only have so much space, and so if I want to have my fall garden, I don't have time also to get a cover crop going. So you kind of
Yes.
can pick and choose, and so I may do that in some of my beds because I was telling you I've had a lot of pest pressure.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna maybe do some things differently just to trick those bugs. Try to have a different year next year than I had this year.
That's right. And then afternoon shade, if possible.
Yes, and sometimes I'll plant, especially this time of year. Like I still have tall tomatoes, so like I will plant lettuce in the shade of those tomatoes.
Good idea.
So afternoon shade.
Yes.
So kind of look at what you have already growing, and then you can make some good decisions, especially as you're cleaning out those things that aren't performing very well.
That's right.
And find some space for the fall plants.
And fertilize very lightly, if at all.
Fertilize lightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you put a little bit of, I will sometimes put a little more compost down before I do my fall planting, and there's plenty of nutrients in there yeah.
Do you do your own composting, or do you purchase compost?
I do both. I don't have a big enough composting system at home for all the compost that I need, so I will go and buy compost. I'll buy bags of compost and mix them together. I try to get a variety of things and mix them.
Yeah, because they're really strong.
They are, yeah. And then I'll mix them with some other stuff too, just to lighten it up a little bit. But yeah.
Okay, so some garden myths. It's too hot. What do you say to that?
It is too hot, but it's not too hot to keep planting, to keep your garden
That's
growing.
right. To get started, like
Yep,
you
to get
said,
started.
inside,
Yep.
etc.
Yep.
The garden is finished. No, it's not.
When is it ever finished?
It's never
I know,
finished.
It's never finished.
I just bought a couple big bales of straw, and I'm putting some of them to bed already.
Oh yeah.
And then others, like you said, because I've still got peppers going on, and
Oh yeah, and they will start really performing. Like you think peppers love the summer, but they love the fall.
yes, they do.
Like they will start going crazy here as it starts cooling down just a little bit more.
I'm still getting cucumbers. Are you?
Oh, you are? I just barely pulled out on my cucumbers because I had lots of cucumber beetles this year. So
Boy, I've got cucumbers coming out my eyebrows.
yeah, they go crazy when they're doing well.
Well, but not pickles. I don't do pickles, but I do a lot of cold cucumber soup
Oh, yum.
and just cucumber juice. I juice a lot
Oh,
too.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I just love cucumbers in salad. I mean, they just seem like the quintessential summer vegetable to me. You can do the Asian style, like with a little soy sauce and rice vinegar. You can do, with the tomatoes
yogurt?
with yogurt. Yeah, you can do the tzatziki style. Anyway, love cucumbers. Love them.
We're getting a little off, but we're excited about our gardens.
We are.
And
We
the
are
message
excited.
there is nothing else. Some people say nothing else will grow. So
Not
untrue.
true. Not true. Not
So
true.
all of that's false. And it's maybe these came up because whoever said them didn't want to plant anything.
Yeah, they were sick of the heat.
That's
But
right.
hey, go out in the morning. You'll be good.
That's right. Okay, so the three biggest mistakes, if you had to say three biggest mistakes for planting now, what would they be?
Planting the wrong thing.
Yes.
Like trying to plant summer crops now. You're not gonna get your harvest. You're just gonna be frustrated. Not watering enough. Keep an eye on that water. It's just so hot still, and pretty soon we'll be watering less. But right now, make sure you're watering enough, and don't over fertilize.
Yeah.
So those are the things for August, I think.
That we need to be concerned about.
Be careful.
Now, taking a quick look ahead, you said that September is really, your seeds are going to become big enough to where you can put out the
Yeah, the cruciferous stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for saying that. I never can get that word out.
Well, and I like mine to be a little bit bigger too, because I have a lot of critters, healthy stuff in my garden, like especially those little, I always call them potato bugs, but I think that's because I grew up in the West. You guys call them roly-polies or pill bugs or whatever, and they're really great at breaking down leaf litter and stuff in your garden, but they also will eat little sprouts sometimes.
Well, come on, you don't want them to work and not feed them.
Right, I guess. But so that's why I kind of like to start things indoors, let them get a little bit bigger in their little cells before I put them out in the garden, because then they seem to be fine. Once they're a little bit bigger, those little critters leave them alone.
Yeah.
Oh, peas.
Oh, peas.
We can plant peas. So maybe a couple more weeks, wait until like the heat is just broken just a little bit, like the temperature's down just a little bit more, but peas will grow into the cool of the fall, and they are delicious. So you can do another harvest.
And they're kind of a certain kind of pea is a cover crop too. I mean,
absolutely, and they're nitrogen fixing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep,
exactly.
It's good.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit. We've got a few minutes left. Let's talk about what's going on at the Master Gardeners right now. You harvested this morning. What did you harvest?
We harvested so many tomatoes, cucumbers, we talked about, peppers, okra. So much okra is coming on right now. Eggplants, squash. We're starting to get some beautiful melons. Cantaloupes are coming up. Herbs, basil's going crazy. Love basil. Let's see, what else did we have?
What do you do with that? Let's tell everybody what we do with that.
So we harvest 3 days a week, and we weigh it all. We take it over to the food pantry. So in back of the Helping Hands thrift store, there's a food pantry.
And we're right behind that.
And we are right behind that. And feel free to come and take a self-tour of your gardens anytime.
Especially the children's garden.
Oh, the children's garden is beautiful.
Yeah.
So, and it's labeled. Come see what we have going on out there. But so then we have a little station that we set up, like just a baby little grocery, and with fresh produce, and we just stock that full, and then people who need a little extra, anything, can just come in and shop themselves.
Well, and also, didn't we talk a little bit last night, and because we don't grow a lot of exotic things out there because people don't know what to do with them.
They do not. Yeah.
So all those things you mentioned, most anybody can
it's
make
just
a meal
the
out of that.
classics. Yeah, zucchini,
Oh, zucchini. Oh, I'm sick of zucchini too. But
Are you sick of zucchini?
Potatoes.
Yes.
It's about time to dig potatoes.
So we had a big harvest down there of Irish potatoes, I guess you call, earlier in the summer, late spring, or I guess it was early summer. But we're getting ready to have a major harvest of sweet potatoes.
Sweet.
So,
oh yeah, and you got to cure those babies.
Yes, and they're easy. I think they're easier to cure than the other potatoes because they like to cure in the sun.
Yeah.
So leave them out, cure them in the sun, and they'll last months.
So potatoes, we're almost out of time, but potatoes, when the vines start dying, that's
when we
your
start digging.
cue to start.
And it's like a treasure hunt. It's so fun. And I'll grow mine in grow bags, and you can just dump those out and start digging through, and it's really fun.
All the tricks.
So I don't know. I watch a lot of Instagram. I get tricks from other people who know more than I do.
Kim, this has been a delight. Thank you so much for agreeing to come today. So you know what this means. It means that later in the year, you pick a topic.
Oh, wow.
And come back.
Thank you so much. It's been really fun. Thanks for asking me.
Okay, so for now, we're going to sign off, but we appreciate you so much, and we want to teach you and support you in doing food sustainment. We want to make sure that people have great things to eat. Thank you. See you next month.